All right, y'all can watch my ghetto rig. I have an OCD problem, and I tell you, I don't even know why I went with the orange and the blue. That's so dumb. Because like, I don't know if those that know me knows it actually irritates me that things are unbalanced. Like right now, having this like not properly cut drives me insane. But sometimes I suffer with my own demise. Like, I bet you, have you ever eaten Cheetos and annoyed yourself from eating Cheetos? No? Well, I have. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna do my kayak here, Wormley Creek. This is the temporary kayak holder, which is not an ideal for a kayak. Luckily, my Revo fit perfect, but I almost had to figure out another way to mount my kayak. But, so I used ratchet straps. So a little learning thing for those that are not familiar with tying kayaks down. This is very strong. It torques down the strap very, very tightly. So with that being said, if you are using ratchet straps, have some kind of foam. As y'all, I don't know if you saw with what I just pulled off underneath it was the foam. And the reason I put foam is to protect my kayak from getting damaged and cracking as I torque this down. And again, don't go too hard with that because then you'll damage your kayak. Always check and know that your ports, your valve drain plugs and stuff are all good to go. It's one thing I always check before I even mount my kayak is, what does my drain plug look like? Last thing you want to do is get to a location and have no drain plug or it's broken. So safety first. Yep, it's my pretty beat up Hobie, which needs some TLC, and I've been so lazy to her. I need to take some time and clean her up a little bit. All right, so I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to show y'all how I take my kayak, and I basically take this middle part right here, and I just put it on my shoulder, and I'm gonna walk it right down into the water. There. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how easy it is. Now, I have a pretty messed up back from parachuting, and even with this, it's actually, it might seem like it's not a smart idea, but it's actually pretty light. I think the Hobie weighs like 89 pounds, but in the middle of my shoulder and in the middle of the kayak, it's actually well balanced. So I'll show you. Let me see if I can take a video on the way down. To show you how balanced it is, I have one hand holding the kayak, and the other one, as it's resting on my shoulder with the phone. It's this simple. I'm walking it's one reason why I like the Hobie Revolution, because the width of it's like 22 inches. You can't do this with a pro angler, an Outback, any kayak like that. Even some of the stuff like Vibes and stuff, they're just not narrow enough. So it's one of my personal enjoyments of a Revo. But I can understand how most people won't want this, and I'll show you why in a sec. Okay, so I think a minute ago I was just telling you what I love about this kayak is how narrow it is. Easy for me to carry it on my shoulder. It glides to the water and it breaks pretty fast. It's bigger than a 12-footer, so anything bigger than a 12 foot is actually really ideal for breaking through chop and waves, and it glides the water smoother. The bad thing about this kayak for my intentions is I like it low pro. I like to be able to carry it on my shoulder, drop it in anywhere. So I don't mount a whole lot naturally keeping it on my kayak. I don't normally keep it on 24/7. I always take everything off before and after every trip. So that's why it's pretty much blank and bare. I'm gonna bring one one crate that's gonna have everything in it. Have a seat, fish finder if I bring it. It's gonna have rod holders, paddle, everything, you know. But now most kayak anglers will have their kayaks decked out already. Who have their fish finder already installed, their seats installed, everything installed, and they'll put it on their vehicle, they'll put it onto a trailer, and they wheel it out and then go drop it in and go, which is a great way of kayaking. And so the width of it really doesn't matter. But for me, because I like to carry it out where I go, the width is important to me. So that's pretty much the main reason why I really like narrow. Plus, I think the other part is I was addicted to the Expedition kayaks. So the Expedition is very similar, minus the fact this is a sit on top and the Expedition is a sit inside. So, but yeah. All right, let's go get ready. Okay, I just laid the kayak back there. It's up by the water. Half of it's in the water, not all of it. You don't want to keep it all on the ground because I'm going to have to drag it in the water, and I want to drag it all on the ground when it's heavy. So half of it's in the water, not all of it. But if you do leave it in the water, just be careful there's no current or tide or something that's gonna drag your kayak out. Which I may know somebody that may have did that when we were beach somewhere. Yeah, and Ricky might be able to tell you how that went. I got a mess. Yeah, so definitely the PFD. It's personal flotation device. I normally have my PFD. This is a StoqueQuest. The StoqueQuest here, there's two brands I really like, StoqueQuest and NRS. NRS has a known reputation of being just amazing whitewater type and just awesome kayak design flotation devices. But the StoqueQuest is kind of a newer one for me, where, you know, I decided to try something new, the NRS Chinooks, and I went with this one. It's called a keeper model, and it has a pocket here, pocket in here, pocket here, pocket here, clips on the side, clips on the side. It's nice mesh material. Keep lighters for whatever you want to burn out there. You got, I think I got a tourniquet, and my buddy Marrero might know why I like to keep tourniquets. Why? Because I always had one and I never had to use it, thank God. But playing out here with the Sharkies, man, you never know. I have an emergency rape whistle. Never know when I have to use that if we get raped by these specs. Marine radio, it floats, and it is waterproof. I probably need to take some care of it, getting pretty rusted. My radio guys back in my last base won't be happy with me on that. But it works. Always check that the battery works. Yep, good to go. But yeah, it's a good, really good PFD. I always keep some kind of crate. Now, I was never a crate guy, but carrying all your gear from one location to the other location, crates are pretty good. You got rod holders, fish boards to measuring, like a trough here. This one actually floats. It's one of my favorite ones now. You got an anchor. The anchor itself has a lot of spool. The very end of it is coated so it doesn't scratch on rocks. Anchor here, this is it right here. All three of these teeth open up except for one side. The reason that one side doesn't open up is that this cord's attached to it. So if I get stuck on a rock, I pull really hard and it pulls this end out instead of the top end. So it helps me free my anchor. And I learned that from a buddy in Japan. Yep. Got some grippers. Now, this could either be your American made colors or, for me, Texas. So I pretend this is a Texas brand right here. Got some retractable, when I used to scuba dive and spearfish, I used to love these things. You clip them onto your vest, attach your dive lights and stuff to these, and you can just pull. For me, I clip this onto my kayak and I can never lose my stuff. So just a great way to keep your stuff secure. I use this stringer right here for stringing the fish. It's kind of, I use it when I spearfish. For those that have trouble finding them, just go to spearfishing sites. You'll find these. These are really, I think 20 bucks, 15 bucks, and you get a nice stainless steel one. This has lasted me, I think, 8 to 10 years. So it's lasted me a long time. And then they tackle box, which these compartments come off. I got this at a Bass Pro Shop, and I have a tan color box that is for my saltwater, and then I have a green color box that's for my freshwater for bass fishing. Just change them out when I have. All right, all set up. Got my big old glasses, my PFD, my shorts in this cold weather. Why? Because I'm nuts. My kayak's already set up. Got a flag, emergency strobe that's 65 lumens and better. Coast Guard approved. Got my Okinawa flag, supporting my Okinawa group. Go check out Oki Goes, guys. Oki Goes. He's in Japan, doing great thing. My buddy Joe. Got my crate ready to go. Got my net right there. Got my seat. Got my ruler. Got my little ram ball over there so I can take videos. Got my ears popped down. Why? I don't know. So I thought I was ready, but it turned out I forgot one important thing. My energy drink. Gotta feed the addiction. All right. Hey, for those that got pedal drives like this guy right here, I use this little telescopic paddle that I bought from Walmart, which I rarely buy certain brands from Walmart, but I take this guy here because I put it onto my crate right here and I just paddle my way butt out until I'm ready to put in my my pedal drive. So now I gotta put this guy in. Putting this guy in is pretty simple. You just take it, put it in the middle, you press, make sure both ends are locked. And then you start pedaling with your feet. You put your feet aside. Oh, you gotta put the rudder down. You see this guy right here? You pull this. Pulls your rudder down, you secure it. I got 2 ways to secure it. And then you start pedaling. And then you yell, freedom! No, okay, you don't have to yell that. I'm just being a nut right now. All right, I'm waiting for Andrew. He will appear here one day. One day he's gonna appear there. But probably not right now. All right, so it is raining. I never know when I need this, so I am safe and talking to myself because there's nobody out here. So let's start fishing. Just fishing these docks, trying different areas, exploring. All right, first little victim of the day, a little sea bass. Oh, this thing poked the heck out of me. All right, you're going. You win, I lose. All right, we are out there. I think it's about 2-3 miles away from where I started. No, actually, a little further than that. Either or, we are about to hit our spot, my spot. Hopefully it produces some fishies. Oh, close call, but you are an inch short, buddy. Lucky day. This is your lucky day. Gotta be 14. Full shot, dude. Yeah. You got the rain / cold clouds in the background. All right, buddy. You're going free. Alrighty, see how big this baby is. We'll get the measure out. Yeah, about 2 inches short. Lucky day, buddy, lucky day. Bye, Felicia. All right, here's another one. This is almost 19 inch. Number 2. You're going back. You are lucky, dude. You are so lucky. Get it in your mouth, huh? Well done, sir. Well done.
It looks like something jizzed all over it. Like
oh yeah, blame the fish.
Full on.
I don't know what you're doing because it's dark out here.
I was really excited about the fish, dude.
Stupid.
Oh, he's a fighter.
What was that, dude?
I don't know, man.
The ugly fish.
It's
well,
fucking stinky. And
don't bring them over here, dude. We can't argue that there's fish today. And don't worry, they're all alive. I just caught them on one cast each. Oh shit. All right. I don't know. Definitely not a keeper, but going in. Next. And one more. Come on, buddy. Don't you stab me. I'm trying to let you go. Oh. All right. Man, it is dark. It's so dark.